Here are the odds to win the 2016 World Series in Major League Baseball. These are updated as the All-Star Game approaches. Brought to you by offshoreinsiders.com. Not only in the midst of a historic winning baseball season, but one of the greatest seasons ever, one of the greatest runs ever, going back to Labor Day weekend. It all started with college football on that Thursday night, and it has not stopped. Joe Duffy's picks raise the bar. If you're still on the outside looking in, then you're subsidizing the books. Do you want to go where the professional gamblers go for American sports? Joe Duffy's picks at offshoreinsiders.com. The Cubs, the Giants, who are due to win, so to speak, since it's an even year. Texas and Washington lead the list of the World Series favorites. Of course, the Boston Red Sox. Disappointment last year, and we always say that teams with the biggest disappointment last year are always who you want to look at as a possible dark horse for the next year. And there you can see some of the remaining odds, but the Chicago Cubs, and why not, the Cleveland Cavaliers ended the Cleveland jinx. Chicago Cubs are 260, plus 260, and by the way, that is based on $100 per bet. So yes, if you bet $100 on the San Francisco Giants and they win the World Series, then you would win that $600, or in the case of the New York Mets, you'd win $1,800. And by the way, the ultimate expert when it comes to handicapping pitching, that would be Stevie Vincent, and he is a 100% exclusive to offshoreinsiders.com. Stevie Vincent, one of the top pitching experts in the history of the world, certainly when it comes to handicapping, the number one pitching expert. And his plays are at offshoreinsiders.com, having another excellent year himself. There you can see some of the remaining odds. The traditional power, the St. Louis Cardinals, actually at 3,500. And again, yep, you bet. You're basically 35 to 1. We here in the States, we like to use the money line, so that is 35 to 1 for the St. Louis Cardinals and the New York Yankees, for example. And you can see some more odds. How about the Pittsburgh Pirates? Quite the underdog there at essentially 55 to 1. And you can follow Joe Duffy's picks on Twitter and Offshore Insider. Now remember, just because they limit the number of characters on Twitter, we're Offshore Insider, but on the internet we are Offshore Insiders with an S. So take away the S on Twitter, but make sure offshoreinsiders.com on the World Wide Web. Oakland Athletics, you can see we're really getting into some of the long shots. Again, this is to win the World Series 2016, and then the mega long shots. The Philadelphia Phillies got off to that Cinderella start, but midnight has struck. They are quite the big long shots, and the Atlanta Braves given essentially no chance. 200 plus 200,000 on a $100 bet. So, as we do follow this, the Braves are actually playing fairly well. If you think all of a sudden they've turned it around under their new manager, maybe you want to plump down, hit a $100, plunk down $100 on the Atlanta Braves. They are quite the long shot indeed. And you can definitely visit offshoreinsiders.com. Click on that link at the top where it says sportsbooks and fantasy sites. These are approved sportsbooks. We definitely vet them very much based on personal experience, based on some very respected watchdogs, and based on what clients tell us. And this is especially important because Joe Duffy's picks clients win. And yes, those that are now on offshoreinsiders.com, they definitely pay you on time. A lot of other sports books, we get reports that the clients are getting cut off. Well, we cut them off of our site. But visit offshoreinsiders.com for not only the top picks, but the top sports books as well.